Over the summer, I polled you over on Instagram. If you don't follow me there, I'll leave my handle here so that you don't miss any of those polls. But I polled you all to find out what your biggest closet pain points were. And one of the main themes that you all struggle with is something that I happen to be struggling with recently as well, especially with travel and adding things to my closet. So that is closet cohesion. How to maintain a cohesive and harmonious closet as you add to it and as your style changes. I don't think I have all the answers, but this is definitely something that I struggle with too, so I wanted to talk about it today. A disjointed closet doesn't happen overnight, from my experience. It happens with a few sneaky purchases that maybe you weren't planning, and next thing you know, your style doesn't feel like you and your whole closet lacks cohesion, or maybe parts of it lacks cohesion. So today I'm going to share 5 purchases that might be the reason why your closet feels disjointed and how we can hopefully avoid them in the future. Today's video is in partnership with Open Wardrobe, which is a fantastic wardrobe management app. I thought it was perfect for today's video, and I know some of you have been asking about this. Open Wardrobe is a really great tool to help you maximize what's already in your closet, restyle it, and shop your closet. So I'm excited to tell you a little bit more about them later in the video. The first is the occasion wear purchase. This is a very slippery slope because we tend not to want to wear the same thing to every occasion, which is, I think we all know, quite silly, but it tends to accumulate over time, and we have a harder time letting occasion wear go because there's a huge sunk cost associated to it. Often the price tag was higher. Because occasion wear is often more detailed or fussy or has like longer dramatic hemlines, it also can easily make our closet feel very disjointed because it's so different from our everyday clothes. So here are some things that you can do to manage the occasion wear that's currently in your closet, and a couple of ways to avoid those, they're not useless, but avoid those lesser functional purchases in the future. The first is to keep it visually out of your closet. If it's available to you, keeping your occasion wear separate in another part of your house or in another closet can be really helpful because it gives us a more realistic view of our everyday wear, and it doesn't clutter, like it doesn't add visual clutter to our closets. Just looking at a closet that feels overly cluttered and disjointed and that has too many clothes in it can actually provoke a stress response within us. The other reason why I like this little trick is that when it does come time to attend an occasion, you actually have like a little curated section of clothing that feels like your own personalized boutique to shop from. If you have to buy a new occasion wear, then here's what I would do for the future. The first is to rent or borrow. I think this is a fantastic option. Not only is it great for the environment because you're reusing clothing that has already been produced and that has already used virgin materials, but it also allows you to experiment with your style without the huge investment. The other thing that I would do is buy elevated separates. These are infinitely more versatile in styling them for future occasions, but also in integrating them into the rest of your closet. Take a pair of beautifully made and well-fitting black trousers, for example. You could wear them to a wedding and elevate them with like a beautiful bustier and some really great jewelry, or you could wear them to work with a classic blouse or a simple button-up and a nice sleek shoe, but you could also just dress them down with a casual tee and a pair of sneakers. So versatile. And one last tip for occasion wear. I challenge you the next time you have to buy something new to think more about yourself and less the event. I used to put so much pressure on getting dressed for that occasion that I missed out on the simple joy of just getting dressed up. And I noticed that when we start shopping for occasion wear that looks good on us and that we feel great in for any elevated occasion, then we'll have way more versatility out of that garment in the future because it's something that we chose for ourselves first and cool events second. The next purchase is the magpie purchase. Those purchases that are completely unplanned, that are not at all part of our 3 words or our general style blueprint or identity, but we put them on and they feel amazing, they make us look amazing, and we love them, but they are absolutely not part of the rest of our color palette or style vibe or anything like that. So these can equally wreak a little bit of visual havoc in our closets. There are two ways that you could manage these types of pieces in your closet. The first is to just group them together in your closet so that they're not kind of mixed in and wreaking havoc on the textures and colors that don't really go. They have their own specific spot, and you can pull from those pieces when you want to add a little bit of zhuzh. The second thing you could do is store them right beside your go-to pieces. So if you have a couple of these magpie tops, put them with whatever bottoms are your go-to pieces. Styling these magpie pieces with your go-tos is a really great way to sort of inch out of your comfort zone, feel a little bit fresh and different while still feeling like yourself. And an easy way to do this is to use a tool like Open Wardrobe, like a digital app. I've been using it for a little bit now and have really been enjoying it. Open Wardrobe is especially useful if you don't have time to try these items on and test how these special pieces would look like with your go-tos. The way it works is you can digitize your closet with their AI-powered tools, and you can put different outfits together. You can create different capsules, different wardrobes. I've made my wardrobe public, so you can see some of the outfits that I put together and have a closer look at my travel capsule. And what I especially like is that you can snap looks of the outfits once you have them on or once you actually wear them out, and then store them in a little section so you've got a whole lookbook of inspiration so you can repeat those outfits that you love. And what I especially like is how descriptive their filters are, so that when you're uploading items from your wardrobe into the app, it really helps you create outfits a lot faster. There's a whole community of creators and stylists on Open Wardrobe, so you can get expert feedback on some of your outfits or questions that you have. So for those of us who don't have time to play in our closets as much as we'd like, or if you just want to sort of test out those riskier outfit combinations in a safe space, then I would definitely recommend Open Wardrobe. Open Wardrobe is available on Android and iPhone, and I will leave a link so that you can open up your own account in the description box below. And I've got one more tip for the magpie purchase. If you want to make a smarter magpie purchase in the future, then make sure it satisfies at least two of your elements of style, or two of your 3 words. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I mention the 3 words, I will leave that video up here for you, but it's essentially your 3 main descriptors of how you would describe your style and how you want to describe your style, how you want to present yourself to the world. I find this also helps keep our closet cohesive when we shop with our 3 words in mind. So make sure you've got at least 2 elements in the garments that already work with your wardrobe. So it could be work with your color palette, it's in a silhouette that you really like, or a fabric or texture that you are already really comfortable styling. The fantasy self-purchase. I think we have all made these, and there's definitely something to be said for buying and wearing clothing that elevates you and gives you confidence, and shop for the job you want or dress for the job you want. There is actually scientific evidence that proves what you wear can physically and mentally boost your mood and self-confidence. However, let's not confuse this with toxic habits like buying goal weight jeans. Your body is perfect the way it is. You're perfect. That needs to be said quite often. What I would recommend if your body is fluctuating and your figure is changing and you're not quite sure where it will end up is I would hang on to the most well-made or quality pieces that are the timeless ones, or the timeless ones for you, like your classics. And I would store them in a place that is out of sight if that's possible and available to you. That way, if you do fluctuate in weight, you will have a small section of clothing to choose from, or that hopefully are so well made that you could alter them if needed and they would be able to kind of endure that alteration. I just don't see the point of torturing ourselves with garments that we can't wear for whatever reason. So if occasion wear comes with a hefty financial price tag, then this next purchase, at least for me, comes with equally hefty price tag, except it comes in the name of guilt. Hand-me-overs or gifts. Don't get me wrong, I love a good hand-me-over, something from like a really cool cousin, but more often than not, I find some hand-me-overs just didn't really work for my style, but I settled on them and accepted them because I was raised to not waste good clothing, especially if it was perfectly fine and good quality. However, However, over the years, I've noticed that some of these items are just increasing the visual clutter in my closet because I don't feel 100% when I put them on, or most often they didn't even fill a need or a true gap in my closet. So I wasn't wearing them as much as I could. With these items, I would recommend donating or selling them if they're in really good condition, or swapping them if you can. Actually, donating should always be the last option. Selling and swapping, hopefully first. I'm gonna dedicate an entire video to this next one because I think it needs to be investigated, and that is all of the classics or investment items that the internet maybe told you to purchase, but that aren't your type of classic. Yes, things like button-downs and blazers are incredibly versatile, and I've spoken to how versatile they are, but if they have design details that are not specific to you or your 3 words, they can end up, again, just wreaking visual havoc in your closet and making us feel overwhelmed. So how do we fix this? How do we add harmony while maintaining those classics or adding those classics? A way to find what classic is to you is to look through photos of yourself over the years and see if there's a common theme or a common garment that is just a through line throughout your style evolution, and figure out what that garment is or what are the elements that are present within your outfits, and build your version of classic or timeless through that. Doing a closet edit, and I have a video about that. I will leave it up here for you, but one where you actually look to your closet for clues as to what it is you like is another really good option. And finally, to figure out what your style of classic is to figure out what your 3 words are. And again, I will leave that video up here for you because I find it's really helpful to hone in on your style and create a cohesive closet. So that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you found these tips helpful. Another big thank you to Open Wardrobe. I will leave the link to build your own account if you're interested in the description box below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it or if you learned something new, and hit subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching and for being here, and I will be back in another slow fashion video. Ciao!